Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. We just saw a pretty one-sided women's game, and it's time for the men's game. East Central coming here to Arkadelphia. The Orange Tigers 4-1, Ouachita 4-2. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant Johnson. And the second game of this doubleheader is the first conference game for both of these teams. I'm excited to see how both these teams come out tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. We know that last year, Ouachita actually started 0-2 on the road against East Central, so not a great start last year. East Central finished, I think, number 10 in the GAC, Ouachita at number 2, so this isn't a team that you can just come in here and think that you're just going to whoop all on them. You got to take it serious, and I think it will be a good one tonight here at Bill Vining Arena.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in this Capital Technology Group pregame show. But first, we're going to send it to a quick break, and then I had a second to sit down with Coach Dennis Nutt earlier this week to talk about this game, non-conference play, and just the overall state of the team right now. So we'll send it to a break, and then we'll have Coach Nutt and me in just a little bit here on the Capital Technology Group pregame show.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia, 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
And welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show. I'm Isaac Bourne here for Coach's Corner. Here joined by Coach Dennis Nutt. And Coach Nutt, before we talk about this upcoming game, we'll talk a little bit about non-conference. You guys had that GAC MIAA challenge to start off, and you had that great win against Rogers State, a close loss to UAFS, and just showing that the D2 talent that you guys have gone up against, you've been able to really be competitive with some of the better better D2 conferences in the country.
Yeah, you're right. I thought the opening night against Rogers State, I thought defensively we were all locked in. We were really prepared for them and played a great game, kept our lead. The second night was the same intensity. I thought the defense was still pretty good, but we allowed a couple runs before Smith to get up, and then we actually came back and still had the lead late in the game, 19 seconds left. I was watching some of that again today. But we had our chance to win that one. But to get a split with that level was good. A little disappointed with the second half at Delta State last weekend, but Thanksgiving weekend is kind of a hard place to play sometimes. But I think again, good learning experience, and now we're getting ready to play the GAC League.
And Coach, this team a little bit different from last year's squad, more of a defensive focus, a little bit deeper as well. You've got a bunch of different guys that can score 10 to 15 points on any given night. Devin Hancock, obviously the main scorer, but Crew has also been an incredible asset, really improving from that freshman to sophomore year. And so, I mean, just talk about how the defensive focus this year has really helped you guys to, be able to hold teams. I mean, you've held most of your teams now to under 75 points in games.
Yeah, we're number 5 in the country in defense field goal percentage, and that's pretty impressive. We talked about it today. We want to kind of hang our hat on that because we got some great defensive guys. Crew is one of them. Gavin, P.J. Neal is outstanding on the point guard. So, of course, Chris Parks and Jaden Webb inside are great shot blockers. So we kind of got all the spots covered. It's just intensity and keeping up through a 40-minute period. That's the key for us. And but you're right. We're off to a great start defensively. We're going to try to continue that.
So, Coach, I kind of want to go through some of these players top to bottom from different positions. First, I want to start at the guards. We talked a little bit about Crew, but bringing in Devin from UL Monroe, kind of a situation with what you had with Sean last year, a guy that has been injured at his past 2 destinations, Milwaukee and UL Monroe, comes here and has shown some health and has shown the ability to really score inside and out. But really what I've been impressed with is his ability to drive to the basket. Just talk about him on offense being that key.
Well, Devin's a great player. You know, he's great off the bounce, but he's a good shooter as well. So he's kind of got it all. And defensively, he's still working at it, and he's got a chance to be really good at all aspects of the game. But he's a guy that can really get to a shot. He's great speed, great jump, great lift at the end of it. So we're really impressed with him. Glad we have him on our squad. Cruz, another one that's really kind of coming into his own. We always knew he's a good defender, but this year he's starting to score. And he did in high school, but I think now he's kind of figuring it out at the college level. So with those guys, and of course PJ's back with great leadership skills and kind of runs that team. And of course Gavin is just a spark plug off the bench. So we got a lot of good pieces. Chris Parks, you mentioned earlier, is an incredible shot blocker, and we got to kind of get his footing on offense. I think he can score better than he's showing, but he's got a great skill set.
And Coach, another bit of a different thing as well is really only playing one true big man in the starting lineup, with Chris starting as kind of a shorter 5, and Jackson Conley, the freshman, kind of playing a little bit more of that 4 on the offensive and defensive side. And so just talk about that approach, and I mean that really has helped your guys' ability to get up and down the court.
You bet. Well, Jackson is just an energy bug on the floor. He's really good defensively. He creates a lot of havoc. His hands are everywhere, and he's got high energy. So he's been really good. He had 9 steals in the last game. That's impressive. For a freshman, he's doing some really good things. He kind of scores inside and out, but he's just kind of a garbage man that does it all. So we're happy to have him in that lineup, and he kind of creates some problems for the other teams. Typically, I like going small, but we do have a couple guys that you know, I see us playing at the same time at some point, Jaden and Chris. So got a lot of combinations, but we are deeper this year than we've been in the past, so that's a good thing.
And then, Coach, now moving to this East Central and Southeastern weekend that you've got coming up. First, looking at this Tiger team, obviously they're led by 6'9" coffee guy. 6'9". Sorry. Obviously, they're led by 6'9" Rustin Coffee, and a guy that can really stretch the floor, shoot the ball, but also score on the inside. You know, what's your approach going towards him, but then also the kind of balanced East Central team that's 4-1?
Yeah, Coffee does a good job. He's 6'9", can really stretch the floor, great shooter. Kind of like what we saw at Delta State. They had 5 shooters, but they don't have as many, but they're a lot of new guys. They're talented. I don't think they're near as big as they were in the past, but Coach Wheeler does a good job with those guys, and he's got a lot of new guys on his roster this year. But the point guard is one, Jaden Miller, that we really had to do a good job with. He's kind of runs to the show, great assist-to-turn ratio, gets him in things, but can really get downhill and score. So if we do a good job with him, I feel like we can really lock in with the rest of them.
And then, Coach, finally, bottom line for going into this season, you start the season off with 4 consecutive home games. So what is the mentality going into this first stretch of the season?
Yeah, you got to protect the home. You know, you got to protect home court, and that's kind of what we talked about today in our film. Is first 7 out of 11 first-round games are here at the house, Vining Arena. So we've got to make sure we protect it because the back end of it gets pretty heavy with the road games. So we've got to make sure with these 4 in a row, that's hopefully plays in our favor, and hopefully we get off to a good start tomorrow night.
Coach, thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you all for tuning in to Coach's Corner.
Hey there, Washita, it's Barrett Baber, and I just got one thing to say. 1, 2, 1. I got one thing to say. Got one thing to say. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me nice. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me nice. Well, it feels like I'm living in paradise. Well, I'm feeling good tonight. Got music on the radio. Said I'm feeling good tonight. Got music on the radio. Yeah, I might just have to kiss you, darling, up under that mistletoe. Yeah, Santa came down the chimney at 3:30 with lots of toys and presents for my baby and me. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure didn't treat me right. Yeah. Well, it feels like I'm living in paradise. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Santa came down the chimney at 3:30 with lots of toys and presents for my baby and me. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me right. Yeah. Now it feels like I'm living in paradise. Well, it feels like I'm living in a Christmas paradise. Merry Christmas!
And Merry Christmas to all the viewers watching tonight. And Ouachita men's basketball tonight, their Christmas wish is to get a win in conference play. I'm Isaac Bourne, once again joined by Grant Johnson. And Grant, you look into both of these teams, Ouachita 4-2, East Central 4-1. You've got two talented teams that both play together. Really no player on this court that's obviously going to be the number one option, but two teams that play and are very balanced across the board.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ouachita's leading the way a little bit in defense. They're actually leading the GAC in defense. Only allowing 62.2 points per game, and then also leading GAC in margin, 23.8. I think East Central, only way they're going to be able to stop Ouachita is stopping those fast break chances. They do a great job of playing good defense, getting a rebound, and transitioning. I mean, they're, I'd say, arguably one of the most athletic teams in the Great American Conference. So I think the only way that East Central is going to be able to compete is stopping that fast break. See, they got a couple of tall players out there. That can help a little bit, especially in the inside drive, but yeah, I think East Central is going to have to stop that fast break from Ouachita.
In ECU, led by Rustin Coffey, the 6'9 forward out of Valiant, Oklahoma, transferred from Murray State College. Coffey, a guy that has some size, can stretch the floor really well. Meanwhile, for Ouachita, Devin Hancock has really been the man to talk about the ability to get to the rim, but also shoot the ball at a high clip. Hancock, the transfer from UL Monroe, he's really been the man for Ouachita this season.
Yeah, he has. We called the game a couple weeks ago, and I believe he was the leading scorer. There was a lot of people that had 10 points or more. I believe it was 5 or 6 guys. So it was spread around the game that we called, but he definitely has been the man. I think Crew Flowers might, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling a little Crew Flowers good game tonight. He's a guy that can shoot it really well from beyond the arc. He's shooting 40% three-point percentage. And with East Central having a lot of bigs and kind of crowding the paint, I think that a lot of it's going to be kicked back out to Flowers, and I think he'll be able to stretch it and shoot it from beyond the arc pretty well tonight.
And the starting lineup's about to be announced, but before we go into this one, I got to talk a little bit about Christian Parks as well. Obviously, not the guy that's going to put up a bunch of points on the scoreboard, even though he does average 9.2 points per game. But he's 8th in the GAC in rebounds, 3rd in the GAC in field goal percentage, and 1st in the GAC in blocks per game. What does Christian Parks do for a team that just isn't always shown on the stat sheet?
Yeah, I talked just a second about the fast break. I mean, that's one of the biggest part, getting that defensive rebound and kicking it out. You don't always see the stats necessarily on the fast break opportunities like that, but a lot of it comes from him, and he's a big guy. We've seen 2 big guys for Ouachita that have stepped up big, and I think it's going to help him throughout this season as well.
Now we'll send to the PA announcer for the national anthem, or not the national anthem, but the starting lineups.
The Tigers of East Central University against your Washita Tigers. And now introducing the starting lineup for the ECU Tigers. Junior guard from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 1, Brandon Mann. Sophomore guard from Pearland, Texas, number 3, Jaden Miller. Sophomore guard from Edmond, Oklahoma, number 4, Hudson Linsenmeyer. Junior forward from Valiant, Oklahoma, number 10, Rustin Coffey. And junior guard from Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 24, Jordan England. The head coach of the ECU Tigers is Daniel Wheeler. The assistant coach is Samuel Kearns. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Washita Tigers! Freshman guard from Springdale, Arkansas, number 4, Jackson Conley. Sophomore guard from Fort Worth, Texas, number 12, Crew Flowers. Junior forward from Meridian, Mississippi, number 1, Christian Parks. Senior guard from Houston, Texas, number 2, P.J. Neal. And graduate guard from Dallas, Texas, number 0, Devin Hancock. The head coach of the Washita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coaches are Levin Thornton and Richard Stringfield. Tonight's officials are Patrick Watson, Chris Dunn, and Matthew Griffin.
And there you have it, folks. Both starting lineups been announced in East Central. First, Brandon Mann, Jaden Miller, Hudson Linsenmeyer, Rustin Coffey, and Jordan England. Coffey standing at 6'6", the tallest player in that starting lineup. Meanwhile, for Washita, it's not too much taller. You've got Devin Hancock, PJ Neal, Jackson Conley, and Crew Flowers. And then holding down the middle is 6'7" Christian Park.
I'm excited for it. Should be a good one. Opening night of GAC basketball here at Bill Vining Arena.
And it'll be between Coffey and Parks here for the tip. And that one's going to bounce off the scoreboard, so we're going to re-tip it here. You don't see that too often, Grant.
No, I didn't even know what the ruling was going to be on that.
And the tip is going to go to the Tigers. P.J. Neal is going to take it here. Washita, they come into this one 12th nationally in points allowed per game, allowing just a minuscule 62.2. That first shot is no good, and ECU is going to get their first chance on offense. Linsenmeyer gets it over to Miller. Here's Mann. Back to Linsenmeyer. He's going to take the shot, but pass it over. Corner 3 rattles out for him, and Hancock's going to grab it. Washita, they like to play fast, and Hancock's going to take a shot early in the shot clock, and that's no good. Linsenmeyer on the rebound.
Real active defense there for Washita. Just couldn't get that one to fall.
Linsenmeyer trying to get around Neal, and good hands that time by Christian Parks to clip it out, and it's going to sail out of bounds. It'll stay East Central ball.
A big guy like that, it's hard to find one that can play perimeter defense as well. Good job just poking it out. 16 seconds on the shot clock. See what they do here.
Miller to pass it in, and Devin Hancock says, hey, you guys can take it back out of bounds. We're not letting that pass get by. Jaden Miller back to the same spot. And he'll lob it up. Here's Mann. Miller trying to get around Parks. Into Mann, and he's going to take the contact and get 2 to go with it.
Yeah, I thought it was great defense. Just 3 seconds on the shot clock. Find a little opening inside. Good drive and dish to Brandon Mann, the 6'5 junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mann, the transfer from Johnson County Community College. He'll take it and put it up and get it up and in. East Central with the first points on the board. They lead 3-0. Here's Hancock. He missed the first shot of the game on the 3. Flowers, he'll take the corner tray, and that one's no good off the front of the rim. East Central can't corral the rebound, though, as Linsenmeyer is going to let it go out of bounds. It'll stay Ouachita basketball.
No, Flowers missed that one right there, but like I said, I think Flowers is going to get a lot of looks from three-point land.
Pass into Hancock in the corner, and they'll throw it back out. Going to see a lot of Ouachita using Parks at the top of the key. Hancock, he'll pull up from deep. That one also no good. Conley battling for the rebound, but it's going to go to Miller. ECU back down the court trying to expand this early lead. Steps through and rattles it in. Jordan England, he'll get it up and in. Whistle blown. We'll see what the stoppage of play is here for. Possibly a shot clock adjustment.
Yeah.
Neal will take it back down the court. Here's PJ Neal. He'll drive left side, and he'll get the contact, and he'll head to the line for 2. Jaden Miller standing by. Didn't look like he very much liked that call, but either way, PJ Neal will head to the stripe. On the season, he's shooting an even 70% from there. Neal, the transfer from Blinn Community College just a season ago. This is his second season playing here in Arkadelphia, but before that, PJ Neal spent 2 years at Division I Prairie View A&M. So he's been around the South here and finally finding a home in Arkadelphia.
He's been big for Ouachita as he makes that free throw right there. Gets the first point on the board for Ouachita.
ECU leads by 4, hoping to make it bigger on the lob. And Coffey, he'll lay it up and in.
That was a really good pass there by Linsenmeyer, just over the defender's hands. And an easy 2.
Ouachita trying to find themselves their first field goal of the game. Here's Neal. He'll put it up over Miller, and that one's no good. Trying to force a bit of a shot there. We'll see if ECU can even expand this lead a little more. Miller, that one's picked off by Conley. He had 9 steals in the last game, trying to get it to Neal on the break. The nice spin move, and Jackson Conley, the razzle-dazzle, is going to lead to 2 points.
What a move there from the freshman. Springdale, Arkansas. He knows how to win. He's won a state championship with Springdale.
Christian Parks denied at the rim, and Ouachita running quickly. Flowers driving middle, stumbles and gets it up and in. The finesse with the left hand, and Ouachita, they're up and running now.
And you can feel the momentum switch really quick. Ouachita couldn't get anything to fall early on, and now it feels like they can't miss.
Here's England. He's guarded closely by Conley. Like we mentioned, he had 9 steals in that last game, so I'm sure he wanted that extra one, so trying to get 9 more tonight. England driving the baseline, and he stepped on the baseline. Turnover for East Central, and that right there is how you change the momentum.
Yeah, Ouachita's not leading the GAC in defense for no reason. We've seen it early on. East Central's having a troubled time to get a shot off. That one with only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
And Conley, only 6'4", and he's really played a little bit of big man on this roster, just being what his team has needed him to play, and so far his defense has held up nicely. Parks is going to take a triple, and he knocks it in! And typically playing center. The transfer from Holmes Community College says, hey, I can stretch the floor too. That's his first triple of the season.
And that's big. You can draw that other East Central center kind of out of the paint, make him force out there to the perimeter now. Let your guards drive inside.
Miller, switch, and now he's got Conley on him. And that one's blocked. Jackson Conley says no, sir, and Ouachita running again. They've got the lead and make it 2 more. And right now, this is a 9-0 Ouachita run.
Yeah, Ouachita 3 for 3 the last 3 shots.
OBU really at this point just hoping they can keep the play alive and not go to this media timeout. Conley the play, and he's going to get that one off the leg of man, and that's going to send Ouachita excited into the media timeout. Tigers, they lead 10-7. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Action continuing here from Bill Vining Arena, and for a second, East Central looked like they were already starting to run away. They had a 7-1 lead. Now make it 10-7 as Ouachita on a 9-0 run heading into that media timeout after the Jackson Conley effort play to force another ECU turnover.
Yeah, Ouachita's defense has been huge so far. We know they like to play in transition. In their last game, they had 26 fast break points versus a very good Delta State team. They ended up losing that game, but we're already seeing early on how much Ouachita likes the transition, I guess you could say defense to offense, and they've been doing a great job of it tonight.
And bringing up that game against the Statesmen, really the reason why Ouachita lost that one was because of that second half play. It came out quickly in that one. We'll see, though, if Ouachita can maintain this type of play throughout the rest of the game. We're only one media timeout in here. PJ Neal, he'll bring it down the court. Ouachita looking to bring this 9-0 run into double digits. Parks on the inside, he's guarded by Coffey. Shot fake, and he's gonna roll it in. Christian Parks. Talked with Coach Nutt last night about wanting to get Christian Parks a little bit more active on offense, and we're already seeing that from him tonight. He's got 5.
Yeah, that's big time. If you can have a center like that, a big man that can shoot outside and put in work on the inside, I mean, that's hard to guard.
Coffey thought about the 3 over to Miller. Here's Linsenmeyer. Shot by England from mid-range, and he misses everything. Neal trying to get around Miller. Hancock backing down Linsenmeyer here. And right there, just lost it. And now Coffey running the break. Here's Mann. Puts it up, no good. Trying to draw the foul, but can't. 5-on-4 here. Here's Conley. That one's stolen away. Just didn't find the right pass and couldn't get it to Parks.
No, Ouachita likes to move fast, but sometimes you got to think. I mean, if they have more defenders down there than you have offensive guys, slow it down.
Linsenmeyer, he'll square up from deep and he'll knock it in. Hudson Linsenmeyer, those are his first points of the game from deep.
Saw a nice pass from Linsenmeyer earlier, little alley-oop pass. Now he can shoot it from outside as well.
Ouachita lead cut down to 2. Substitution standing by for both teams. Parks over to Conley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ouachita needs to look for a shot. Neal, the spin move, trying to get around Linsenmeyer, and he'll draw the foul. Send him to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, went to the line earlier, went 1 for 2.
Now a chance here to get 2 more up. Substitutions for the Tigers. We'll wait for the substitutions till after the first shot. First one is up and good for Neal. Almost a platoon swap for Ouachita. Everyone coming out but the free throw shooter, P.J. Neal. That's Ryder McConnell, Jaden Webb, Gavin Snyder, and Trey Smith. Ouachita now opting for some more size. You got 6'6" Trey Smith and the 6'10" Jaden Webb. Neal, that one is up and good. He'll make both from the line this time. He's 3 for 4 on the evening. Miller looking for England. And he's going to get the contact and the hoop to go. And Jordan England, he'll force the foul on Jaden Webb, and he'll go to the line for one more.
That was a great job there by England. He knew that P.J. Neal was right on his hip, faked, popped out, and then went inside, a little backdoor cut. Good find, and 2 points and possibly 3.
England, the transfer from Northern Oklahoma College of Enid, makes that one and shortens the Ouachita lead now to just 1. Here's Snyder. He's been a spark plug off the bench this season. Neal the drive. Over to McConnell, corner 3, and he knocks it down. East Central running quickly, so we'll stay over here, and that's a steal. Neal on the break.
Foul.
And that'll be a charge for P.J. Neal. They're going to say Coffey had his feet set, and so it'll go back the other way. P.J. Neal heading to the bench. Back in for him is Devin Hancock. And that'll send us to another break. Ouachita leads by 4. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. Isaac Bourne here with Grant Johnson. And so far in this one, both teams have found ways to score. Ouachita, though, they've made 6 of their last 6 field goals. And so far for them, it's really been an offensive clinic.
Yeah, it has, and obviously that starts with the defense. I feel like we've been harping on it all game, but it really is the difference maker. We look back just at that Ryder McConnell three-pointer there in the corner, very contested, good shot. P.J. Neal does a great job. He's not, the flashiest player. Whenever you look up Ouachita basketball, he's not going to be the first name that pops up necessarily, but he does a great job of facilitated there, drove inside, drew the defense inside, kicked it outside. Got a nice three-pointer there for McConnell, spotted up.
Now we'll see here what this new Ouachita unit has in store for us. Obviously, we've seen them for a couple minutes now, but with Devin Hancock coming in for Neal before the break, we'll see what Gavin Snyder has in store for us at the 1. Miller going to drive left side, cross-court pass. Here's Newsom. He's doubled, going to get it back out to Coffey. Nice cut that time by England, and Webb says no, sir. Sending it right back. Whistle blown. They're going to say that's a shot clock violation, it looks like. Maybe, or just a shot clock mismanagement.
Yeah.
So they're going to put 8 seconds back on the shot clock. And that's been a problem through both games tonight, just the inability to really run that shot clock. Doubled in the corner. It somehow gets it out of Coffin corner. Here's Miller for a 3. No good, a little long. Rebound to Coffey. And he's just going to tip it over to Mann for the easy shot. All the work done by Rustin Coffey to give the easiest shot ever to Brandon Mann.
Yeah, I got to box out. That's the biggest thing.
Here's McConnell for Ouachita. Corner, Trey Smith. And he'll fall but get it right back out. Hancock the drive. And can't bounce that one in over England.
Don't hate the shot. Had a good look inside, just couldn't get it to fall.
ECU a chance to tie with the 2. Into Mann, he's guarded by Snyder. No good off the right side. Webb on the rebound. 10.5 minutes remaining here in this half. Hancock the spin move and can't get it to go. Just barely. Not enough strength off the front of the rim. Kick out to Coffey. And that's a whistle blown. They're going to say that one did hit the top of the goal, so it's going to be out of bounds. Ouachita basketball. Substitutions for ECU. Head coach Daniel Wheeler says, hey, if you've got a 6'10" guy, we've got one too. Race Herr comes into the game. And then along with him is going to be back again is going to be number 4, Luke Linsenmeyer. And Race Herr, it's got to be a contender for Division II College Name of the Year. And Ryder, that one's blocked. McConnell can't get that one up. And nice defense that time from Newsom.
I think you got a jump stop there. I think that'll create more opportunities, not force you to either take a shot or make a pass.
And that time Newsom trying to challenge Webb and can't get it to go. Smith, and that one will be swatted out by Linsenmeyer. It'll stay with Ouachita.
Ouachita's on a little bit of a drought. Haven't scored in about 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
And Lucci Thomas now into the game here for Jaden Webb. And if any of you guys haven't seen Lucci Thomas, he started off this season a little bit. He started off the season injured and has just recently moved his way into the lineup. Thomas just another good big man for head coach Dennis Nutt's team as McConnell open corner 3 and no good. Thomas on the rebound. Gavin Snyder from way outside and just can't find the rim there. It'll be a turnover for Ouachita after Snyder misses everything on the 3.
Ouachita's a very sparky team. It feels like when things are going well, man, they're going well, but whenever it's not going very, very good, it's almost just tough to even find a rim.
Coffey, he's guarded by Smith. ECU a chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Herr on the outside. Linsenmeyer, shot clock ticking down. He'll pull up from the elbow, no good. Rebound back to Coffey. Linsenmeyer, the floater, still no good. Gets his own rebound. And Herr can't get it to go, but finally ECU gets the rebound and Coffey's going to put it in for 2. Head coach Dennis Nutt says, I've seen enough. And with a tie game, we're going to take a break. Ouachita, they've held the lead, but we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena. And just before the break, ECU able to tie it up with the easy inside shot after 4 consecutive offensive rebounds. Coming into the game for them now, Javon Henderson. Tigers, Ouachita Tigers passing it around. Here's Snyder. Looking for a gap in the defense. Smith backing down, and he's going to get the hook shot to go over Coffey.
Good shot there by Smith. Somebody's got to take some initiative and get a ball in the hoop. I mean, it's been 3 minutes since Ouachita score.
And that's the advantage you really have with a guy like Trey Smith. He's got the size to take it inside and play like a big man, as Snyder's going to take it away. One-on-one here is Snyder. It's going to put it up and in. The hoop and the harm for the junior out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And Gavin Snyder is going to reignite the Ouachita run.
Great job there by Snyder, getting the steal, taking it all the way by himself, and one.
What was I talking about before that play? Well, we'll have to talk about it after the media timeout. We'll be right back. Tigers, they lead. Ouachita Tigers lead by 4. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Action continuing in just a moment here from Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita, they on a 4-0 run after ECU was able to tie it back up at 17 apiece. And I do remember what I was talking about before that Gavin Snyder play. Trey Smith, he's only got 2 points tonight, but I wanted to talk about just his ability to really play inside and out with the size and the strength that he's got, but also the stretch ability that he has.
Yeah, did a great job on that last play. Whenever it felt like Ouachita couldn't get anything to fall, he took some initiative, went inside, found the mix match, and nice little floater over the top of East Central defender. Now Gavin Snyder after that and one.
Snyder, the longest tenured player on this Ouachita team. This is his 3rd season in the purple and white. In 2022 was a 6A All-State selection out of Little Rock Central High School. And he'll knock that one in. Snyder's been a good spark plug off the bench, and he'll start this one with a quick 3. Here's Miller, guarded by Snyder. Newsome, and that one's stolen away. Here's Hancock one-on-one. And just gets a little off balance and can't get the shot to go around Miller. So now ECU, the lob, and just he's going to get it in. Thought for a second it was going to fall out. Javon Henderson able to finish the play.
This one's turned out to be a pretty good game. A lot of back and forth. I know Ouachita's had the lead for a little bit now, but I think this one might come down to the wire.
Ouachita, they lead by 3, but ECU's been very good at finding themselves back into play as Smith's going to get the fadeaway to not fall. That one's blocked by her. Hancock, he's double teamed. Smith on the inside and can't get the floater to go. And when you've got a 6'10" guy on the inside, Race Her has really impacted some shots today. He'll pull up from deep this time, and that one's no good. Now Snyder running the break. Out to Thomas. Now to Hancock. And the easy lay on the inside after getting around the defense.
Finally, Hancock gets on the board. Kind of struggled a little bit tonight. Had some good looks. Hopefully that'll get it rolling for him.
Hancock now 1 for 8 from the field tonight. Here's Miller. Back to her. He'll take another one from deep. That one's no good. He's so far not been able to prove his stretch ability at 6'10". Snyder out to Hancock. Easy catch and shoot for him, and he can't get that one to go.
Great move by Snyder. East Central thought he was going to hand it off, drove inside, created a great look. Just again, Ouachita couldn't get it to fall.
Drive on the inside, and he's going to get it up and in. One more shot from the line for Jaden Miller. And the native of Pearland, Texas, will head to the stripe. substitutions for both teams. Jackson Conley, Crew Flowers, and Christian Parks in the game for Ouachita. Meanwhile, it'll be Brandon Mann, Jordan England, and number 33, Braden Baum, heading to the court for ECU. On the season, Miller shooting 64.3% from the line. And that one's up and in. Ouachita lead now cut down to 2. Ouachita passing it around quickly. Here's Conley driving on Mann and takes the off-balance layup and puts it up and in off the backboard.
Great job there by Conley. Just checked into the game and already 2 quick points.
Conley, he's got 4 tonight. Miller trying to get around Snyder, and they're going to whistle him for the contact. Gavin Snyder just a little too much effort on that play.
We've seen a lot of the offense for East Central kind of run by Miller. Has 3 opportunities, 4 assists. It's kind of been big for East Central.
And Miller, he's really been a great distributor all season. As that one stolen by Snyder, gets a hand on it, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with ECU. But yeah, Miller, a guy that can really distribute the basketball, leads the GAC in assists per game at 6.4, and he's well on his way to that tonight again.
Kind of reminds me almost like a PJ Neal for Ouachita in a way, not scoring the most points on the team, but doing a lot of facilitating, runs the floor really well.
And Miller, a guy, he's really been passing the ball well at all levels. Coming from Glendon Dawson High School, is also the all-time assist leader there. Either way, the jump ball is going to lead to an ECU basketball here. Miller will take it out. Shot clock winding down. Miller is going to get something up, and he's going to draw the late whistle, and he's going to head to the line for 2.
There it is. We were just talking about him. Now he's got 2 chances at the line.
Miller, the native of Pearland, Texas. I'll give you a high five if you can tell me the one Ouachita athlete that's also a native of Pearland, Texas.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
That's Ouachita outside hitter Kaylee Thedford, who is literally right behind the camera right now, watching the game from the sidelines.
It's a good fact there.
Miller knocks down the first one. You like that one, I'll give you another. Miller, 3rd in the conference in assist-turnover ratio. Averages 2.7 more assists than turnovers per game. So that second one can't get it to fall. Ouachita, they lead by 3. They've held the lead since that 9-0 run earlier in the half. Parks to Snyder. Inside to Parks, and the up and under layup is good. Great play management by Gavin Snyder there to get it to Parks, and then he's able to finish it off.
Great job by Parks. 7 points tonight.
Miller the drive, kick out to Henderson. He'll lose it on the play, and Ouachita running the break. 3-on-2. Miller, he'll take it himself and just throws it over Hancock, and a missed opportunity for OBU. That'll send us to a break. Ouachita, they lead by 5. 3:48 remaining in the first half. We'll be back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
And back to action here from Bill Vining Arena. Kind of caught me off guard how short that commercial was. But either way, a battle of the Tigers tonight. And this one looks to be a little bit closer than the women's game we saw earlier. Ouachita leading by 5, but East Central has really been cutting into this one a lot.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ouachita just to take off and run with the game, but it seems like every chance they get, East Central either has a good defensive possession, or they come back down and knock a 3 or score or go to the line. Ouachita has 6 fouls so far to East Central's 3. But Ouachita has done a pretty good job of communicating, I'd say, on the defensive end. I think that's something that Coach Nutt has probably harped on to him a little bit. You hear a ton of talking throughout the game within Ouachita's defense, a lot of switching, help, whatever it is. And I think that plays a good part in why they're number 1 in the GAC.
And I think the objective going into this game for both teams is just to outplay each other on defense, because you've got the second best defense in the conference going against the best defense in the conference, and we knew that this one was going to be a bit of a slugfest, and so far it's been exactly what we expected.
Makes every shot count.
Miller, the drive, kick out to England. Driving on Conley. Jackson Conley is going to block it, and then Christian Parks says, I'll take it right out of the air. We'll start the break.
Got the numbers.
Out to Hancock, corner 3 for him. Can't get it to fall, and Devin Hancock just can't seem to get the cap off the basket tonight. Miller, and that one's stolen by Parks. Here we go. Winds up and throws it down.
The big guy, get yourself 2, flush it down.
Christian Parks comes from a long line of good dunkers, one by the name of Hobart Grayson. And if you remember that name last year, then you watched at least one broadcast, and we're hoping that Parks can do the same thing. England, he'll take one from the top of the key, and that one's out. Conley quickly now. Can't get it to go, but Parks on the follow.
Parks just all over the place. That's 4 points back-to-back from Parks. A nice flush dunk here, and then a nice second chance opportunity as well.
The native of Meridian, Mississippi. I mentioned him before the game for all of his other accolades that weren't offensive, but man, tonight he's proving that he can play some offense as well.
Definitely can. Ouachita 6-0 run over the past minute and 45. Scoring drought, though, for East Central. 2 minutes since they've got one in the hoop. I feel like it's just been back and forth with the scoring droughts and scoring runs. Felt like just a couple of minutes ago, Ouachita couldn't get anything to fall. And I think part of that could be with Hancock. He's 1 for 10 tonight. Great player, has been a big piece for Ouachita, but whenever your star player doesn't necessarily have his shot, have his rhythm, you got to have other guys fill in. Christian Parks being one of those guys, has 11 points.
Here's Baum. ECU looking to keep this one from getting unmanageable. Baum gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. He'll temper the tough defense on the inside and find himself a bucket. Ouachita run now stopped at 6-0. Hancock, only 1 field goal, 1 for 10 from the field, but so far, Ouachita's been able to make up for it. Flowers back into Parks. He'll trip and fall, and they're going to whistle England for the push. And that's exactly what you want to do with a guy like Parks. You've got to be able, you want to be able to feed the hot hand, and so far, the Meridian, Mississippi native has really just kind of found whatever he's wanted on offense tonight.
It's been really good for Ouachita, 5 for 5, perfect so far, while the offense has been ran through him.
Flowers, Hancock again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Snyder. Cross court to Hancock. He'll drive. And he'll just lose it on the play, and that's another turnover for Ouachita. Tigers up to 5 turnovers in the game. That's Hancock's second. Bomb at the behind the three-point arc. Here's Coffey. England, he's doubled in the corner. Flowers, he'll grab it, quickly playing, and bomb. He'll be the beneficiary of an off-balance defense.
That's what can hurt you a little bit. Ouachita likes to take those gambles, double team a lot, but if they get through it, most likely going to have somebody open.
Parks thought about the three. He made one earlier. And Crew, Flowers. Little finger roll, gets it up and in on the right side.
A little jelly on the layup. He's got 4 points tonight. It's 2 for 3.
And you know exactly why he's called Crew Flowers, because those are some pretty flowers. And the foul is going to send Coffey to the line. Excuse me, that's going to send Cameron Newsom to the line. Newsom on the season. He's made his only free throw taken. And that one is no good off the right side.
It's been a little bit of a change, I'd say, for both teams coming in. We thought that Hancock would be the leading scorer, which he has been for Ouachita. And then we thought Coffey would be the leading scorer for East Central. And neither of those come to play.
Ouachita, they have the chance now to hold it for the end of the half for the final shot. 5 on the clock. And that's swiped away. They're going to have to take it from half court. And no good by England to end the half. So Ouachita, they'll head to the break with a 34-27 lead over East Central, trying to start off 1-0 in conference play. We'll be right back after the break for the Ouachita dance team here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up. We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
The Ouachita Dance Team. Tigers, your music is playing.
from Washington, D.C.
At Washita, we're excited to partner with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, which offers many benefits to alumni and friends, and we want to tell you about one of those.
I'm Dylan McClain, a proud alumni, and I serve as the Vice President and Attorney at the Arkansas Baptist Foundation. The foundation proudly serves as Washita's planned giving partner, so if you're considering leaving a legacy gift or want to explore other charitable giving options, we'd love to guide you through that process. If you'd like to learn more about how you can invest in the next generation of Washita students, please contact us using the information below.
Go Tigers!
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Down in a lonely manger, our humble Christ was born and brought us all salvation, that blessed Christmas morn. Oh, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over that Jesus. Who you gonna tell? Oh, 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 who you gonna tell? Our Savior is here, and our Healer is here. Oh, gonna tell somebody about the name of Jesus. Deliverance is here, about the power of Jesus. There is power in the name. Gonna tell, our Savior is here, the Lamb is here, Messiah is here. Gonna tell somebody. Oh, there is power in the name of Jesus. Gonna tell. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, Go Badgers!
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And we hope you've enjoyed so far the Domino's halftime show with the dance team and then the Christmas music that we're playing, trying to be festive for the season. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant, I almost said Grant House. Grant Johnson. He's also a Ouachita pitcher, but now just a little bit younger. We're here for the Java Primo game recap. And so far, this one, it really has been a good back and forth matchup that Ouachita's just really been able to grab a hold of.
Yeah, defense has been huge. Ouachita has forced East Central 8 turnovers, and then on the flip end, Ouachita's had 6 turnovers. 6 steals for Ouachita. They are shooting 47% from field goal. But I'd say the big difference maker so far has been Christian Parks. The 6'7" forward has been huge. He has 11 points in tonight's matchup, a perfect 5 for 5. And, I mean, we've seen Christian Parks a little bit in the past, but not quite like this with 11 in the first half. I expect to see him with a lot more work. I know you said you talked to Coach Nutt. They're trying to get him more involved as he's been here a little bit longer. What is the second year here?
This is his first year here.
This is his first year? As the games have gone on, they're trying to get him more involved. He's been a big piece for sure for this Ouachita team.
Parks reminds me a little bit more of a flashy Tyler Haynes, and Haynes was a center for Ouachita the year before you got here. And, I mean, really this season he's proving that he's just a little bit more than that. He can really stretch the floor as well, and that's what we've seen from him tonight. And on top of that, he's got 2 blocks and a steal, just racking up things in all parts of the stat sheet. On top of that, though, other than Parks, you got to give credit to just the team effort all around. I think Jackson Conley, a guy only with 4 points tonight, but I think his impact has been seen just all across the court.
Yeah, he's been big. I think P.J. Neal's been pretty big as well. We see Gavin Snyder in the mix with a couple of big steals, couple momentum changes. We haven't seen that three-point shot yet this year from Gavin Snyder that we saw last year. Didn't he lead the GAC in three-point percentage? I think we could get him more involved. Ouachita's only shooting 22% from three-point land in tonight's game. I'd be interested to see him stretch the floor a little bit more. We saw McConnell hit a few. We actually saw Christian Park. Speaking of him, he's just all over the place. He stretched the floor, had a flush dunk. But I think in the second half, the biggest factor would probably be the fast break chances. I think if Ouachita can keep capitalizing on that, but knowing also when to slow it down. We saw Ouachita get a little bit sloppy at times with 6 turnovers. A couple of those have been from fast breaks. And I think Ouachita, yes, they like to play fast, but you also got to realize the time that you need to slow it down as well.
And with that, we're going to send it to a quick break before we come back for the start of the second half. Thank you so much for watching the Domino's halftime show and the Java Primo game recap.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
And here we are, Bill Vining Arena, back for the second half of play. Ouachita looking to hold on to this 7-point lead. And Grant, in my opinion, this is where Ouachita's improvement is really going to need to show. They went into halftime against Delta State last time out with an 8-point lead. They led 36-28 at halftime. So we're just about 3 points completely off from that score. And the Statesmen were able to battle themselves back into that game and win it. So it's going to be up to Ouachita here to keep that first half play going with an incredible second half as well.
Yeah, like I said, they like to play fast, but that can also tire out legs. That honestly affects your jump shot more than what you might think. Whenever your legs start to get heavy, you're not jumping the same height as you normally would whenever you're practicing shots in shoot around or in practice. So it really does take more of a toll than what you really think. And so I think that could be part of it. Ouachita maybe being a little bit tired after running the floor so quick.
P.J. Neal, he'll get the pass in to start the half. And we're up and running here for the final quarter of tonight's game as well, as Flowers can't get that one to go. Slow to get up is Christian Parks, and that's literally the last guy you'd want to be hurt at this point in time.
Saw it on the screen. He set a big screen, and East Central kind of, I think, maybe poked him in the eye on accident.
And holding his face. Yeah, that looks like it probably what it was. And now the officials are going to go to the monitor for maybe a possible flagrant on that call, on that play.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it over here. Yeah, you do not want Christian Parks down at all. He's still kind of going through it over there. Christian Parks, we talked about him a lot at halftime. 6'7" forward with 11 points. He's been perfect 5 for 5 as well.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online.
Looks like Jaden Webb's going to be subbing in for him. And yeah, there you see on the screen, Parks is going to set up for it and then just throws the hand right into his face. That's England there. Not sure if not sure if they'll call that one as incidental contact.
That's kind of close. It's really a judgment call.
I mean, either way, Parks took a hard hit. If it's incidental contact, though, that would be a common foul.
Is that the elbow? We've got the elbow up there in the eye. Yeah, you hate that for Christian Parks, and especially for Ouachita. We see Jaden Webb checked in the game for him, 6'10", from Memphis, Tennessee, transfer from Morehead State. Here's the call.
They're going to go to the table here. Going to talk to both coaches. Yeah, you see Parks over there still getting patched up by an athletic trainer. And, yeah, he was holding a cloth to his face, so maybe some blood drawn as well.
I think they might give this to Ouachita. Kind of the way that I see Coach for East Central's reaction to everything, and Coach Nutt's reaction as well. Maybe I could be wrong, but
see Ouachita players moving to the other side of the court, and Parks is back in the game. And that's because he's going to shoot two flagrant free throws. So, yeah, England is going to be called for the flagrant one, so Parks will have 2 free throws here, and then Ouachita will get the ball back. Turn of events to start the half for the Tigers, as Parks can't get that one to go on the first one. I mean, you've got to think, too, how hard it is to shoot free throws after getting elbowed right in the eye socket.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I bet it's probably pretty hard to see that rim, maybe a little blurry. We see Jaden Webb. He's going to check in for Christian Parks after this free throw.
And that one is good. Parks goes 1 for 2, so he'll get a shot. He'll get one before heading to the bench. And Jaden Webb, the transfer from Morehead State, will see some time here on the court. Ouachita will keep the ball. That free throw, their lead is up to 8. Here's Flowers on the outside. Back out to Conley. He'll take a tray, and he'll miss it. No good off the front of the rim. Linsenmeyer running quickly over to Miller. East Central now slowing it down just a little bit. Linsenmeyer drive left side. He'll go up with Webb, and he'll just throw it out of bounds. Jaden Webb, the size and sheer dominance on the inside is enough to force the turnover.
It was honestly a travel. Surprised they didn't call it regardless. Ouachita basketball.
Neal will take it back down the court, trying to make this lead double digits with a bucket. Flowers, top of the key. Here's Conley on the right side. Neal, the drive, takes the contact but can't get it to go. It'll bounce out for him. No field goals so far, and we're 1 minute into this half. Miller. Webb will hedge. And England, he's going to get that one just inside the free throw line, and that'll be the first score of the half for either team.
That was a really good job by England, finding the middle of that defense and not driving inside. A lot of players are driving inside, force an ugly shot, but nice jump shot.
Flowers trying to pass it ahead for Hancock, but that time just gets the turnover. Ball back to East Central. They have a chance now to cut this lead down to 4 with a bucket. Miller, he's guarded closely by Conley. Just a little too much contact on the reach-in foul. And Jackson Conley will be whistled for his first foul of the game. Miller will take it back out of bounds. Just around 2 minutes into this one, Ouachita has yet to get a field goal. East Central looking for their second. Here's Mann driving on Webb. Out to England. Mid-range pass over to Miller. Miller the three, no good off the front of the rim, and Jaden Webb, the strong, tough battle for the rebound.
Really good opportunity there, but East Central has not been shooting it well. 14% from three-point arc.
And Neal trying to get it, can't, but going to get his own rebound, and he'll do it all himself. And he'll talk a little bit about it too.
Gotta love the intensity that PJ Neal brings, and a foul down court.
And their officials are going to look at it again. Coffee, I wasn't even looking at that, but to me it looks like Coffee unleashed his anger, and that might be another flagrant.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jackson Conley kind of got in the head of East Central's best player coming in, Coffee. Coffee struggled tonight, only 4 points. Usually averages around, I believe it's upwards to 18, 19 points per game. But he's been pretty quiet tonight. They're going to take a look at it.
Got to thank the people in the trailer tonight as well. Gavin Wallace and Director Chris Babb. And I'm always really bad at naming all the names in there, but just the ability to really run through these replays and help the officials make the right call. But here, looking at this, we're going to look at it from the opposite sideline so we can get the full view of it. Going to look at the left side of the screen, and Coffee got some hands on Conley. We'll see if that's enough to call anything, though. And so the only camera angle it looks like we're going to have is the one from far away. And yeah, that might just have been a bit of a flop that time from Conley. Conley causing some trouble, but not a flagrant by any means.
We've seen it get a little bit chippy.
And Conley went up and said, "He choked me. He choked me, man." But I think it's just going to be incidental contact either way. It'll still be Ouachita basketball, though. No flagrant.
Yeah, it's been a little chip. We saw Christian Parks go down. We saw number 4 for East Central go down earlier as well. Linsenmeyer, he was limping for just a second.
Just a physical basketball game, and that's exactly what you expect from a defensive battle. Hancock, he'll pull up for mid-range, and that's all laces.
Got to love a nice mid-range shot like that. Great job by Hancock, feeling the defense, using that screen. Getting a good look.
Graduate student from Dallas gets his first bucket of the half. Here's Miller, picked up by Webb. Out to Linsenmeyer. He'll put it up with the hoop and the harm. Linsenmeyer, the lone returning starter from last season with East Central, is now going to get a chance to go to the line. The native of Edmond, Oklahoma. Linsenmeyer, like we mentioned, the lone returning starter. East Central losing Bishop Jones, Nick Williams, Mason Jones, and God's gift as Edema last year. 4 starters heading off to different places, and Linsenmeyer, the lone returner from a team that last season finished, like you said, 10th in the GAC standings. Tigers handing it back and forth. Conley driving left side. Tough shot over man, gets his own rebound, but battle goes to ECU that time. Conley got it for a second, but immediately stripped. See what East Central does here. And England finds himself wide open, and that's just a free assist if you're a guy like Jaden Miller.
And it feels like it's been like this all night. East Central will go on a run, Ouachita will go on a run, and vice versa, and droughts and everything. I mean, just whenever you think Ouachita is going to close it out, they have a little bit of a lead. East Central just comes back, chips away.
Neal into Flowers. He'll take the contact and just can't get the shot to go. Flowers will head to the line for 2.
This is Flowers' first time to the line in tonight's matchup.
71.4%, but we'll see him shoot after the break. Ouachita, they lead 39-34 with just a little under 16 minutes remaining in the game. We'll be back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Back from break here at Bill Vining Arena. Heading to the line is Crew Flowers. He was fouled on the right side of the rim. Flowers a 71.4% free throw shooter coming into this one, but you know, another thing about Crew Flowers, his mom, Christy Flowers, was a first-round pick in the 1998 Christy Smith was a first-round pick in the 1998 WNBA draft. And also now she's a director of the women's basketball operations at University of Texas.
Oh, wow.
So Flowers. And here's Miller after Flowers makes them both. And that one is going to be good for Coffey, finally taking the cap off the basket. He's now got 7 tonight, the leading scorer for East Central on the season. ECU now within 4. Linsenmeyer getting a hand in there, but Hancock able to procure it back.
Good defense by East Central right now, only 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Neal, he's got to get rid of it. Conley the 3, no good off the back rim, and that rebound's going to go to Linsenmeyer. East Central, a great defensive possession. Back the other way, a chance to cut the lead to even 1 on a 3. Miller looking to get around Neal. He will, and they're going to call that one goaltending. Webb just got his hand on it a little too late, and they're going to give the 2 points to ECU. Webb still in that middleman position right now in this Ouachita starting unit as Christian Parks over on the bike right now.
You can feel the momentum kind of switch back over to East Central. Now only 2-point game, but nice find inside to Hancock. He's got 6 tonight.
And that's exactly what you want to see after a play after the play that East Central's really brought in, a nice easy bucket from some good off-ball movement. And now let's see if ECU can respond. Pass inside to Mann, and he's going to get it to go. Both teams really loosening up on this defense in these past 2 possessions. Ouachita leads by 2. ECU, if Ouachita can't get a shot to go here, has a chance to take the lead.
I'm sure both coaches at halftime found a little bit of a breakthrough in the defense. It's a nice finish there by P.J. Neal. He found the breakthrough and a steal back to P.J. Neal.
And Neal's going to put it up and in. And Grant, we love some fun sequences. And Hancock now a little bit of problem with that leg. Here's Mann. And he's going to draw the foul. We're going to get a second to breathe. You know, the color guy and the play-by-play guy just both have to turn into play-by-play guys when so much stuff is going on at once.
There's that steal. P.J. Neal, back-to-back baskets from him.
Just hanging in midair. P.J. Neal, you don't really think of him as a typical scoring guard, but this season you've really seen some improvements from him just being able to get downhill really well.
And even in this game with Christian Parks, you still see him on the sideline kind of dealing with the eye problem, I guess, or whatever it might be, head injury, I'm not sure. But he went down earlier, and P.J. Neal's stepped up quite a bit. I mean, those are back-to-back baskets. He's got 11 tonight.
Mann at the line here. Second shot is up and no good. Whistle blown. Going to call a lane violation. Looks like Webb got caught up a little too much, and Mann's going to get that free throw back.
Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. I saw it a little bit with Crew Flowers earlier in the game, and they finally got Webb this time. Just costly mistakes you can't have.
And Mann's going to make that one, and that right there is a 1-point mistake. Either way, Ouachita will take it back down the court. They lead by 5 following that last run. Last time East Central had the lead, it was 7-6. Hancock the drive right side. Take it up strong, but can't get it to go. And once again, his offensive woes continue.
I still like that he's not shying away from shooting. Nice steal by P.J. Neal.
Hancock up to the rack and throws it down. My goodness, you don't expect a guy like him to get up and throw it down. And once again, the momentum swinging Ouachita's way, as that's going to be an East Central charge.
And a lot of fans on their feet here in Bill Vining Arena. What a slam there by Hancock. Started with that steal from P.J. Neal. We've been talking about him. He's got 11 points. Dishes it off to Hancock. Hancock brings it home.
Tiger basketball for Ouachita. Hancock, can he continue? And that's going to bounce in for him. The Dallas native starting to heat up at the right time. A 1-10 start doesn't mean anything if you can just keep shooting, and finally he's found his stroke.
Yeah, and I was just talking about how Hancock hasn't shied away. A lot of players, whenever it's not falling, they don't feel confident. They just stop shooting. Hancock, he kept shooting, and now it's starting to fall. He's got 11 points.
And right there, that is what you call a safe play right there. Coffee, instead of trying to grab the ball over Snyder, he just swats it out of bounds and lets Ouachita have to slow it down after what has been an incredible run for them.
Yeah, you got to kill that momentum somehow.
Neal's going to fall to the ground again. It's got to be a slippery spot or something over there. That's the second time Neal's fallen in that exact same position in the last 2 plays.
Yeah, I saw him wipe it down earlier. I don't know if dead spot on the court or that sweat. It's a little cooler in Bill Vining Arena than last game that we called, though. So here's a replay.
Just looks like he tripped over his own foot or something. Either way, you see Ryan Harris, former Ouachita player, now assistant coach for the team, going to wipe it up. Make sure that all the advantages are towards Ouachita.
Yeah, I saw the double dribble there. They called it on Gavin Snyder. I think he was a little bit surprised with P.J. Neal just slipping and falling there.
And, I mean, still with the momentum is Ouachita. You can see the defensive intensity increase. Newsom the drive, and Webb just says no thank you. My goodness. Most of the time when you're calling basketball games, you're ready for a type of call, but a guy like Jaden Webb, you just don't expect when he's going to come absolutely out of nowhere and deny a shot.
6'10" Jaden Webb says, get that out of here.
Webb coming into this one second in the conference in blocks per game to his own teammate, who's first, Christian Parks.
Another one.
And Jaden Webb has just been sending balls home tonight every which way.
And now only 3 seconds on that shot clock. Big part because of Jaden Webb.
He's got 3 blocks tonight. Linsenmeyer, he's got to pass it in. Like you said, 3 on the shot clock. England's got to get the shot up, and that rolls out for him.
Fast break chance.
Ouachita, they're going to slow it down. Snyder able to dribble out of trouble. Now here's Conley. And reaching in a little too much that time was Newsom, and that's going to send us to another break. Ouachita, exciting plays galore, and they lead by double digits with 11:45 remaining here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Back to action here following the U12 media timeout. In the past few minutes, it has been all Ouachita. They've made 5 of their last 6 field goals. Meanwhile, East Central has not made a shot in the last 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the momentum switch back to Ouachita. A couple big blocks, a big slam.
And Gavin Snyder can't get that one to go. Hancock the save, and Webb's going to get it. Spins, and that one can't get in for him. Jaden Webb tonight still without a score. A little too much contact that time by Hancock, and Linsenmeyer's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, back-to-back little ticky-tack fouls on the reach-in. It was on East Central here on the other side of the floor. East Central's got 5 fouls. It makes Ouachita's 4th. Jaden Webb's going to check out.
Christian Parks back in the game. Nursed him back to health, and we'll see how he plays with the injury, whatever it is. Linsenmeyer trying to draw the contact and gets the friendly roll. Here's Neal taking it down the court after the lead's cut to 8 for Ouachita. Snyder on the right side, trying to get through the double team. Parks, top of the key. And it's going to bounce out for him. It's going to hit the top of the goal, so it'll be out of bounds. Parks trying to get back on track following getting elbowed in the eye.
He's 1 for 2 from the three-point arc, but you can see how the game's changed quite a bit over the past 10 years, 15 years or so, a lot of big men are starting to shoot the three. We see Victor Wembanyama in the NBA and Christian Parks here.
Linsenmeyer can't get it to go. And Washita back the other way. 10.5 minutes remaining in this one. Neal's going to drive middle. The nice spin move. Can't get it to go. Going to hit the back of the backboard. ECU running quickly. 2-on-2. Conley gets a hand on it, and he's going to force Miller to take it back out. Here's Newsom, guarded by Neal. The drive on the right side. He's going to lose it. Battle for it on the floor. And that'll be a jump ball back to ECU.
Things still a little bit chippy. We saw it earlier, and it's continuing here.
And Jackson Conley content to play the villain role against these type of teams, and you need a guy on a team like that. Very much like Jeremiah Fears in the NBA, a guy that will get to the heart of the team's best player. Is now Ryder McConnell in the game for Devin Hancock.
Another wet spot on the floor.
And tonight, that's really been a big issue. It's just the slipping and falling, and that does not bode well for injuries galore. 6 seconds left on the clock, on the shot clock here for ECU. They're going to have to get one up kind of quickly. Newsom in the corner. A spin move over Neal, and that one's no good. Conley on the rebound. Clock is going to cross 10 minutes, so we're 3 quarters through this one. Washita up by 8. Snyder looking to get around Newsom. Hands it off to Conley, and he's going to get the easy lay. Conley talked a little too much, and that right there is going to get him teed up. And right there, that's the sacrifice you make when you play the villain role right there. Conley just really not just getting on the ECU players' nerves, but now apparently getting on the officials' nerves.
Yeah, whenever you bring a lot of attention to yourself, like Conley's been doing, I mean, refs are going to almost just look for a reason to give you a technical foul. But it was a great job by Gavin Snyder. Drove inside, jump stopped on 2, and then found Conley. Good cut.
They give up 2 points as Miller's going to make the second one. And ECU, it'll be ECU ball. And right now, one thing you're really starting to see in this one is ECU really letting the environment get to them. Conley, but then also the fans in this arena as well, really getting to these ECU players, and that's really what's been the catalyst for Washita to be in the lead right now. Here's Newsom, and that one's stolen away by Snyder. Trying to get it to Linsenmeyer, but we'll see here. Here's Conley. He's picked up by Baum. He'll drive and it's stolen away. Newsom, 1-on-2 here. The floater, and that one's no good, but picked up by Miller on the follow.
Yeah, I don't think Christian Park should have jumped there. It looked like he was trying to jump for a block, but nice floater. And then because Christian Parks left his feet for the block, left an offensive rebound for East Central.
Snyder back through the double. Snyder on the block. And McConnell trying to get it to Snyder for the 3, but Snyder can't get it to go. ECU a chance really to cut into the lead. Miller cross over to Linsenmeyer. Back to Miller. Newsom the 3, and that one's in for him. ECU brings it to within 3, and that's going to send us to another break. Ouachita starting to relinquish this lead a little bit, so we'll see what Dennis Nutt says to him after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Back to action here from Bill Vining Arena. ECU able to cut the Ouachita lead to 3. Head coach Dennis Nutt calling the timeout to keep his team in this one. ECU Tigers now on a 7-0 run. We'll see how Ouachita is able to go up against it here following the break.
It's almost feeling predictable. I mean, it feels like Ouachita going to run, East Central going to run, Ouachita on a run, East Central on a run. Expect Ouachita to kind of go on a run of their own now.
Neal, he's picked up by Miller. Right side, here's PJ Neal. 5 seconds on the clock. The floater, and that one's gonna fall. The off-balance shot from just past the left block is good for Neal.
TJ Neal's got 11, a little bit quiet in the first half, but really turned it up, especially whenever Christian Parks went down. Helped out the Ouachita offense.
Trying to get it to her, but it's batted over to Miller. Linsenmeyer handoff to Newsom, and he's going to get that one to go, and the foul. Cameron Newsom. He'll get one more chance from the line here. And that'll send us to another media timeout. Ouachita still leading by 3, but ECU a chance after the break to make it 2. We'll be right back once again here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Ouachita leads by 3, and heading to the line is Cameron Newsom for ECU, trying to cut it to 2. And Grant, you mentioned it's really just been one run for one team and then one run for the other team in this game. What does Ouachita really need to do here to come out with a win, with ECU really looking pretty good right now?
I mean, now it's starting to get crunch time, so those runs are starting to matter a lot more. I think Ouachita's got to get things going on that half-court set. I know they like to run it full court, be fast-paced, but nice lob.
And Christian Parks winds up and throws it down off the lob. And right there, I mean, that's the stamp that you need to really bring this one back towards the Ouachita side.
My goodness, Christian Parks. We were talking about those runs. A lot of those runs come from big plays just like that.
Snyder, he's going to get the takeaway. Running the court. And the jump ball, great play that time by Newsom. A little too much talking between both teams as well.
I think here's that dunk. Christian Parks dumps it off, sets a screen, little pick and roll.
And Grant, I saw you over there. Just absolutely nasty type of play. You don't know what to say after something like that.
Oh, I was speechless for sure. I didn't know if I needed to pick up the play-by-play role or what. I don't think I could have. I was just speechless.
McConnell corner three on the fader. And that's going to bounce away. Parks on the rebound, and Ouachita is going to maintain possession. Here's Neal the spin. No good. Rebound goes to Newsom. And P.J. Neal just can't stay on his feet. If I'm him, I'm getting a new pair of shoes after this game. Smith on the rebound. 5-point lead for Ouachita. They've had the lead since 7-6 in this one. ECU trying to cut into it. Five seconds on the shot clock. McConnell's got it.
Somebody's got to take it.
Snyder, the fader. And it rolls out for him.
That looked good from over here.
Now the three for ECU. No good off the front of the rim. McConnell on the rebound.
Might have gotten away with one.
Looks like he might have taken a couple too many steps, but able to get away with it. And it's still OBU basketball.
Ouachita's problem's been running that half-court set. P.J. Neal.
Here's Parks trying to get around, and Herr's going to get the block. Mistake after mistake being made as Baum can't hold on to it. Snyder back to Smith. And Ouachita once again trying to slow it down. At this point, if you're Ouachita, you really do just want to run some clock off, but you only lead by 5. Make it 8. Trey Smith with the tray. And the man from Holmes Community College, he's got 5 tonight.
His first three-point shot all night, and it's good.
And we already mentioned he's got the size to go inside, but he's also got the shooting touch to make one from out there as well. Miller's going to get the finger roll to go on the left side, and that's going to send us to another break. We're going to stay here on the timeout, though, after Daniel Wheeler, going to call a timeout. Your country accent's rubbing off on me. I said Wheeler instead of Wheeler there. But
I apologize for that.
Grant, this has just been a sequence to really, I can't even explain it. It's been a sequence where Ouachita has really been, both teams making a lot of mistakes, and some of them leading to highlight plays, some of them leading to some ugly turnovers. What do you have to do if you're one of these teams to pull away and take this one?
I would love to see Ouachita really up the pace like they know how. I know obviously it's tough. They've been on the legs all game. I think Ouachita's got a little bit better depth, I would like to say personally. So I'd like to see them on the floor a little bit better. It's a great timeout if you're East Central's coach to kind of slow that momentum down again. You can see Ouachita try to get it in real quick, try to up the tempo, but they can't. And then if you're Ouachita, obviously those half-court sets are really important. Somebody's got to take some initiative. I'd love to see P.J. Neal. He did it earlier. I'd love to see him really just drive inside, find an opening, either have the defense come inside and kick it back out, but I'd like to see it run through P.J. Neal.
Parks on the back down. He's going to get the foul called from Coffey. That's his second foul of the game. It'll go out. It'll be out of bounds. Still not in the bonus.
6 fouls for East Central tonight.
Here's McConnell. He's guarded closely by England. Neal guarded by Linsenmeyer. The spin. And another foul on the floor. We'll see who it's on. Looks like it's on Linsenmeyer. This time, though, that's going to send Neal to the line for a 1-and-1.
P.J. Neal, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. in tonight's matchup.
Shooting an even 70%. We already talked about where he's been in college, obviously Blinn Community College, and before that Prairie View A&M. But another thing interesting about P.J. Neal, he's majoring in criminal justice. You don't typically see a lot of athletes majoring in something like that, as that one's no good. Christian Parks handles the rebound, though. Here's Smith. The drive on Coffee. Hook shot on the left hand is no good, and Baum on the rebound. Miller running the court. ECU trails by 6. Open lane, he's picked up by Parks. Newsom, handoff to Baum. 3.5 minutes remaining in this one. Shot clock within 10. England wide open 3, and he'll miss it. Gavin Snyder gets the rebound, and ECU's chances to get back into this one are starting to fall.
And poor three-point shooting from both sides. 20% for East Central, 21 for Ouachita. Most of the scoring has been done from inside.
Parks drive right side, and he's going to get the clean layup on the right side.
There it is, Christian Parks driving inside, using that big frame. He's got 16, 7 for 9.
Coffee, he'll drive on Parks, and he'll get whistled for the foul. Parks now is up to 3 fouls tonight. A little bit of a scuffle. Benches start to clear. And that's going to send the players back to their own benches. Timeout called for the media. Ouachita leads by 8 in a very scuffly game. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Following the final media timeout, Ouachita leads by 8. East Central needing a comeback here to come away with a win here in Arkadelphia.
Yeah, it's been a chippy one. I mean, you kind of expect that in the GAC. It's such a competitive conference. You talked about earlier, a lot of new faces for East Central, and that's just kind of what really NCAA sports in general has come to. If you're not winning, I mean, a lot of guys are going to hit the portal. You're going to get a lot of new guys, and if you don't make that adjustment, you probably won't be a coach for very long. And that's just the way it works. We've even seen with Ouachita a lot of new faces in. I believe, P.J. Neal, is that the only starter?
P.J. Neal's the only returning starter, with Gavin Snyder being the only other rotational player back in the lineup for this team. So speaking of, Snyder hands it off to Neal. Parks, top of the key. Here's McConnell, thought about the 3. Neal in the corner. Here's Smith, he'll square up for a tray, and that one's no good. Foul called. One's going to go on Parks, it looks like. And that's going to send East Central to the line on the other end. A chance here to put it to within 4.
And Parks has got 4 fouls now. A little bit concerning. I know there's only 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game, but obviously you're leading scorer. You don't want him to be in foul trouble.
Or a player that's so incredible on defense as well. Now he cannot play as physically. And you see Conley and Hancock now in for Trey Smith and Ryder McConnell.
Yes, they decided to ride it out with them. I mean, might as well. Only got 2 minutes left. You got Jaden Webb in your corner waiting to go in, filling that spot for Christian Parks. That second free throw goes for East Central. We're within 4.
Ouachita would really prefer a score here if they want to keep East Central from getting to within 1. Parks, top of the key, over to Snyder. And that one's picked off. Parks can't grab onto it. Miller, and he'll get it up and in on the fast break. 14 points and 10 assists. Jaden Miller with only double-double tonight in assists.
Telling you, it's really about who's going to get hot at the right time and who's going to go on that run. It's been back and forth all game, and East Central on a little bit of a run right now. 6-0 run over the last minute.
Neal, hand off to Parks, and that one's blocked by Newsom. Christian Parks trying to get the shot to go. Now Crew Flowers in the game for Snyder.
Here's that block. P.J. Neal finds Christian Parks inside. A nice swat away.
And that one will go in from the elbow. Devin Hancock gets that one to go. Minute and a half. That's a big shot for Ouachita.
Ouachita does a great job running great plays. That's Coach Nutt underneath the basket and connects right there.
Miller falling to the floor, and that's just the point guard's curse. Ouachita on the run. Conley is going to get it up and in on the fast break. Official's going to blow the whistle.
I think he tried to say, my bad, I didn't mean to. Am I right there? I guess it's because we're slipped on the other end. A little bit of a wet spot. We've had a couple of that, like you said, tonight, even in the women's game and men's game too.
It's just the point guard's curse because it's really been the 2 point guards for both teams. Miller has really taken a couple falls, but really it's been P.J. Neal that just can't seem to stay on his feet. After that fast break score by Conley, Ouachita with a 6-point lead. ECU in need of a score if they want to go into this final minute trying to win it. Linsenmeyer guarded by Neal. He'll get it over to Mann. That one's picked off by Flowers. And what a crucial defensive possession by the Fort Worth native.
No, that's huge. Crew Flowers just checked into the game and already making an impact. A lot bigger than what you think. Didn't score 2 points, but a big stop.
Flowers guarded closely by Linsenmeyer. Conley, he'll lose the grip of it. Flowers got to get one up, and that one won't hit the rim. Not a great offensive possession for Ouachita, but at the very least, Grant, they did take some time off the clock.
They did not. I think that's what they wanted to do, but whenever you only have 5 seconds left, there's bodies on the floor from East Central. You got to go right then.
Shot clock is off, so East Central very much in need of a 3 here. Miller, he'll draw the foul, so he's going to head to the line for 2.
It's what you don't want to do if you're Ouachita. You want them to really earn it. I mean, from the line, you're essentially giving them two free shots. You'd rather them either force a shot, make a turnover, but you don't want to send them to the line, especially with, you could say, a little bit of foul trouble. Christian Parks at 4, P.J. Neal only at 3, but 9 fouls in the half for Ouachita.
Miller, second one is up for him and good. ECU within 4. And Daniel Wheeler will call a timeout for his team. We'll take a break as well. 21.9 seconds remaining in this one. We'll see if ECU can get back into it here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Ouachita leads by 4, 21.9 seconds remaining. You got to see OBU get the throw in here and get it across half court. The worst thing that could happen is a turnover and ECU another chance to score. And immediately they're going to trap PJ. They're going to trap PJ Neal, then he's going to head to the line for 2. And right there, head coach Daniel Wheeler yelling at the refs because it didn't look like ECU wanted to foul there. They wanted to try to force the 8-second.
Yeah, you're going to try to play defense first. If you're East Central, try to get a turnover, a steal, whatever it might be, and then you foul. And I think they were obviously not very happy with that foul.
Neal, he'll take 1 and 1. First one is no good, and that one's going to go straight to ECU. A chance here to cut the lead to maybe 1 with a 3. Miller, here's Coffey. That one's no good on the left side, rebounded by Newsome. He's got to get it up, and Flowers with the rebound. Crucial grab by the sophomore, and Ouachita with 1 or 2 made free throws is going to win this basketball game.
It was a great look for East Central with that wide open three-pointer. They would have made that one, they would have been right there in it. If PJ Neal could knock down 2 of these free throws, it would pretty much conceal the game. But East Central just right there knocking on the door.
2 quality shots there after Newsome tried to get the putback. Just can't get it to fall. It's just not their night.
I kind of predicted it. I said earlier it'd be a close game, and what you think shouldn't be, with East Central last year being the number 10 in the GAC and then Ouachita at the number 2 spot. I mean, on paper it really shouldn't be a close game, but obviously a lot of changes for East Central, a lot of new faces, and they really did put up a good fight tonight. I know it's not over yet. PJ Neal needs to knock these free throws down.
And some discussion here. And Christian Parks has to go to the bench. So now Ouachita playing with 5 guards out on the court. Looks like he took a little bit of a spill as well. Neal, that first one rolls in for him. Ouachita, they lead by 5. Ouachita, they've allowed 62.2 points per game to teams this season. And right now, East Central just 0.8 points above that. We'll see if they can get a little higher, but so far this one looks like it's pretty much decided, as that one's no good. And that's the game. Your final score here from Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita 69, East Central 63. This game, Grant, really came down to who was willing to go to the trenches. Ouachita really able to come out on top because of their ability to play better defense and make just slightly more shots on the offensive end.
Yeah, what a fun game. What a good one to call. I knew that it kind of come down to the wire, and it did. Ouachita already starting out on the right foot. We knew that last year they started off 0-2, I believe, in conference. Ended up in that number 2 spot in the GAC, but it's a lot better to get that first one underneath your belt. You're going to talk to Coach Nutt in just a minute, I believe, get a little interview, see what he thinks about it. But it was a fun one. It was really about who was going to be streaky at the right time. East Central put up a good fight all the way until the end, got streaky within probably 5 minutes, and just couldn't really hang on. Ouachita got the best of them. We see Ouachita shooting 44% from field goal compared to East Central's 45%. A lot of close numbers, even on the three-point, 20% and 19%. All the way around, it was a good game. Defensive game for sure. We knew that that's what it was going to be coming in.
And I got to give the MVP of this one to the men of Beta Beta. These guys really came out and got in the heads of a lot of these ECU players. And this game really was played a lot in the minds. A lot of these teams, both of these teams really trying to get into each other's heads. I mean, Jackson Conley, another big player that just tried his best to be the villain for these Orange Tigers tonight. And eventually Washita comes out on top in another slugfest. And so far, this is they have yet to allow an opponent to score more than 75 points in a game this season. And just one of the best defenses in the country continues its run.
And it's a little bit of a different team. Obviously, we said P.J. Neal being the only starter that returned, Gavin Snyder being the other rotational player, but obviously missing Hobart Grayson, star player. He's at Ole Miss now, and Sean Williams, I believe, he played a little bit of pro basketball or tried to. Those were kind of the two big statement pieces for Washita, and I feel like Washita is starting to kind of find their place, find who their guys are. Hancock was slow in that first half, but Christian Parks picked it up for him. Parks finished with 16 points, 7 for 9, 1 for 2 from three-point land, the big guy. And then also you see P.J. Neal with 15 and Hancock as well with 13. So a lot of guys in double digits, and we've seen that a lot more often than what you would say last year for sure. Washita is really just starting to find their guys and find guys that can score.
And thank you, Grant. Now to finish off this Chicken Express game recap, we'll get Grant back after this, but now Coach Dennis Nutt joining us here at the table after a game well won. Coach Nutt, this game really won in the trenches tonight, really able to a lot of it played in the head of both of these teams, but, you irk one out because of another great defensive performance.
Yeah, we for the most part, we played pretty well defensively. I thought first half we gave up some offensive rebounds that we can't do. But overall, now we do give a lot of effort. It's been pretty good. Our offense has got to get a little bit better. I thought we forced it tonight, Isaac. I thought we tried to score on the first side. You just got to trust the offense. You got to move it around, and it'll get easier when you do that.
And Coach, yesterday in the interview we mentioned the depth of this team, but that really showing tonight. Devon's starting slow, but then the team able to really pick it up with guys like Chris Parks, who've been able to really show that Chris can now show that he can shoot the deep ball. But on top of that, just so many great players on this team. You had 3 players scoring double digits tonight. Yeah,
that's good. We're a balanced team, and you're right. We are deep. We got some guys that can play, and there's some that are not playing. They just got to keep their heads up, and their opportunity will be there. They got to handle it right, and their chance will get there. But little ugly win, but we'll take an ugly win every night.
And Coach, another guy I want to talk about, Jackson Conley. You mentioned him. He's a guy that he'll really irk one out, and he'll really be a guy that can make the plays that you don't really look at. Tonight, once again, making those type of plays, really getting in passing lanes. He comes off a 9-steal performance and really got his fair share tonight as well.
Yeah, he plays with so much energy. He's a menace out there on the floor. He always gets his hands on basketballs, and he's in the passing lanes like you like. He's a big piece for us, especially defensively, because he's such an energy guy out there. But I was proud of Chris. I thought he did some good things defensively, getting blocks. And number 3 is a handful for them. Miller's a really good player, and we did a good job with their ball screens, and it kind of frustrated him all night.
And Coach, finally, the 3 ball was kind of hit or miss all season for you guys. Tonight, able to really make them at the right time. What has really been the approach for getting shots from beyond the arc?
Well, I think it needs to be, driving it better and spraying it to easier shots. I don't think we're getting the right threes, and I think that's why our numbers aren't where they need to be. We'll get better with that. We got to get in there and spray it out there and find those shooters, kind of make it easy for them.
And then finally, you got a Southeastern team coming up in 2 days. That's the GAC schedule for you. You get the double headers basically in a weekend. And so Southeastern 3-3 coming into this weekend. We'll see about the Henderson State result across the street. But
I think Southeast won. I heard from someone earlier.
Well, if they're 4-3, then the approach. What's the approach going against a similarly talented team?
Well, they're different. Coach Green does a good job with their guys. They really spread you. They always have shooters in every spot. So much like Delta State, kind of one of those type games. But we're up to the task. I think defensively we can hone in and to play them. It's not a big scout. It's just 1 day prep. So you got to get ready to go.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for sitting in with us, and congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
And the final score, Southeastern wins that one 74-70 across the street over at the Duke Wells Center. So Southeastern going to come into Bill Vining Arena right here on Saturday and play a team that's also coming off their first win in GAC play. But for now, this has been Isaac Bourne, and right over there is Grant Johnson. Ouachita wins this one by 6, and we'll be back for you on Saturday here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom